Angling is a series of choices, from an infinite number of options, some simple, like what's your target species, to the complexities of understanding fish location on a seasonal basis. Then there's the myriad of presentation options. It's as mental of a game as physical. Each challenge is different, but the basic process remains the same. For angling is like solving a living, breathing puzzle. And to see the big picture, you need the fishing edge.
Look at the size of that thing.
Wow.
Look at the size of that pike. Oh. Big bass, man. Look at that. Big bass. Big fish. Huh? Huh? That is a big smallmouth, and this is a little river. Little rivers close to home produce really big bass. Oh man, is that a pretty fish. Beautiful. And notice there's no hook marks on it either, because we got these things all to ourselves. This thing here, Ryan, is the bait bucket.
All right.
We got a nice little adventure plan for the afternoon. Got the Johnny rigged up. We got a handful of new baits from Rapala we're gonna try out. We got a bucket. We're gonna do a little fishing for smallmouths with some live bait. There's tons of minnows. We're gonna catch minnows. We're gonna do about a 4 or 5 hour drift. Catch a bunch of big brownies.
It's going to be cheap. It's close to home. No matter where you're at, you probably got a river with some smallmouth bass.
Oh, look at this. Isn't this beautiful? We got this stream with absolutely no pressure. The ramp is empty, and the fish are going to be biting. You know, that's one of the cool deals about fishing out of a little John boat like I got here, is I can get this thing into places people don't fish. I can't put my Pro V in here. Most people don't have boats that they can fish in this type of environment. And when you get to go fishing in places where people don't fish, that's remote, most of the time the fishing is exceptional. One of the deals with this operation is it saves a ton of time if you drop a rig. So we got Mr. Daniel behind the camera and Ryan's getting the boat ready. So one guy stays at the boat. You take 2 trucks down to your access point downriver. It saves a ton of time. This river's so shallow, so it takes a lot longer than you actually get to fish just to travel. So fishing small rivers is one of my favorite things in the world to do. The scenery's awesome. There's no pressure. There are countless targets to cast at, and many times you can call the shots on where you're gonna get bit. Reel down, bang, bingo. Oh, huh? Isn't that fun? You just get that. We spend a lot of time looking for places to access these gems. To find access to small rivers and streams, we use the Gazetteer, Google Earth, some time in the car sniffing around, and it never hurts to ask around at the local cafe or watering hole. Current speed, yeah, I knew it. Tailing down, man. This is a good looking, whoa! Nice fish. Good looking spot. You can almost call the shots on these rivers, man. Ooh. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Tough. Tough. Look at that. Big brown bass.
Nice.
Classic. Right in front of an island. And I get a feeling there's gonna be, hey, come here. Hey. Get off. There's gonna be more where this guy came from, huh? That's a nice little starter fish. Boy, did he eat that thing too. I got to just watch him. That's one of the fun things, about fishing in rivers like this too, is there's so much target fishing. You get in the front of an island like this, there's a weed bed, there's a boulder, there's a little current seam. I mean, it's just so fun. It's so stimulating. You can't get your baits out there quick enough. Whew. Flying 4 feet out of the water to drill the bait. I think we're gonna have to deploy here.
Yeah, it's worth putting down.
Yep.
You ready?
Yeah, I'd put it down right here. This looks good. This looks really good.
Swing around.
Yep. Got him. Oh, I had him right there. Got him. Oh, they're so strong in the river. God, look at that sucker dog. That is nice to be able to pin like this too. These cats are right up in there. Come here, Bubba. Huh? Oh. Another one. 3 casts in a row. Not bad. Loving it. This John boat is really a pretty simple piece of equipment. It's inexpensive, and it gets you to a lot of places you typically can't get to. But one thing about this boat that makes it different from just throwing a Merc on the back of it is the boat control that I've got. I've got the Minn Kota 70-pounder up front. A cable drive is absolutely huge to have when you're fishing in these little rivers. You got to be able to pop the motor up quickly when you run into rocks. And the other awesome boat control option is a Talon on the back. To have those types of control mechanisms for running a river can make a huge difference between just drifting along, getting a fish here and there, and being able to totally pick apart spots and catch multiple fish off of them. It's hot, man. It is hot.
Dog days of summer are here.
They are here.
See, those are silver maples.
Got him. Got him. Whoa, nice jump.
Yeah.
Right at the tail of that. Man, they are tough. Oh, look at it. I got more with them. I got two, 3 more with them. Yeah. Yeah. He's bolted. God, for such a small fish, it just goes nuts. That's one. Ouch, ouch. Hey, that's one thing about these. Wow. River fish, they are tough buggers. Tough. And he was hooked. Good. Little guy.
You wouldn't know it by the fight.
No, you'd think it's a 4-pounder. It's unbelievable. The water's hot. The fish are biting. And one thing we found, well, they're not, big ones are biting, but one thing we have found so far in our little exploratory mission is that the fish seem to like the faster current. They like more of a gradient to the river. We see the river falling more. In the spring, a lot of times you'll see the fish positioned on real slack water, same as in the fall, but midsummer like this, these fish really like to get out in faster current where there's weeds. And right now these fish are all hanging in the weeds where the grade is really fast, the water's fast, you get in them, there's tons of minnows, red-tailed chubs, shiners, all that stuff, and that's where the brown bass are living today. I want to get in. Oh, big muskie. Big muskie.
See him?
Yeah, he's right out here. Nice one, man. I'm not kidding, like a 4-footer. Big sucker.
Where'd you see him?
He was sitting right in one of these weed beds. He just took off slowly once the boat went over him. I mean, one like that, big wide back one. I think it's an immature bald eagle.
Gotcha, huh? You know, another awesome advantage of river fishing is you oftentimes have fish that move huge distances in relatively short periods of time. So we're fishing a tributary river to a big river that has about 40 miles of uninterrupted actual river that flows between 2 dams. That's a big area. And you have a lot of fish movement coming in and out, so you're fishing a lot of fresh fish. You know, fish can move several miles over the course of a day. They can repopulate areas, they're moving around, so just because you caught them in a specific spot one day doesn't mean they're going to be there the next. But that does mean a lot of times that when you do find them, that they haven't been pressured that much or haven't seen a lot of lures. So unlike a lake system where you might only have a few great structures that hold fish throughout the course of a season, a river is really dynamic. The environment's constantly changing and fish are constantly adjusting and repositioning in response to changing water levels, to water clarity, to bait movements, etc. That's one of the reasons why we love fishing rivers so much too. It's just so stimulating. You're always thinking, you're always learning, you're looking, you're making observations about the environment, and the fishing's phenomenal. And again, they're just underutilized resources. There he is.
There he is. Nice. Small one?
Oh, nice one. Look at you see the minnow we threw?
Yeah.
I don't know if that was my minnow or...
That was yours.
Right on that edge.
Right on that edge.
It's crazy how
Just hammering
specific
them
they
with
are.
that. Just hammering them. Boy, they're tough, man.
Yeah.
Want me to get out of your way here?
Well, I'll do
Get
a
through?
I'll do a
It's
360.
a little tight, the Johnny.
He's not even a big one. He's a freight train. Wow, he just got like 2 feet, 2.5 feet. Unbelievable.
Amazing.
You're a little better than I thought. You called the spot right, Jeremy.
Yeah, this is where they're sitting. It's a deep hole behind this big weed bed.
Yep. Beautiful fish. You know, we've been doing really well today on these big weed humps out in the middle of the river. But these fish make movements sometimes on a daily basis. So there's a number of places you can catch them. Let's take a look at a few of those.
Finding fish in small rivers can be easy. Then, with the flip of a coin, they're gone and nowhere to be found. River fish can be nomads, making frequent and sometimes long movements. To stay on fish, you need to pay attention to depth, current, cover, and the presence of bait fish. Once you connect, look for the same features elsewhere, as fish are often keyed in on the same habitat throughout a river section.
One of the key factors to finding the fish right now, that slow to moderate current is not where they're at. That's not a big guy, but
Experiment with banks and mid-river spots. Cover such as weed beds and woody debris and rocks can be fish-holding magnets. Quickly identifying these locations will influence how you position the boat as you head downstream. It's often a challenge to travel upriver, so make the most of your float down. Compared with lakes, rivers are target-rich environments with 360 degrees of fish-holding potential. Always position the boat so both anglers can cover the targets as you drift.
right here. Every cast
Got
back
one.
here.
There we go. There we go. Oh, man. Right there, man.
Coming up. Yeah, this is every cast in here.
There. Oh. Boy, there.
Got him? Got him. Got him.
Got him. Look at that, man. He hit like
Ooh,
like
cool.
like 4 or 5
Wow,
times.
big,
Nice,
big
big
one.
one, man. Look at
Big
this.
fish, dude.
What a beauty.
Okay.
That was awesome, man. He came up like, you see him just chasing that bait. He swiped at it like 8 times.
I know.
That's cool. There he is.
Got
nice
him?
fish. Yeah, nice fish. Big one.
Big one.
Nice
All right.
big one, man.
Right.
Beauty.
Whoa.
That is a pig, man.
Nice. That's awesome. Drill it pretty good?
Yeah, you know, I just cast, kind of let it sink, and the line just started running. I let him have it a little bit and reeled down.
Bam.
Definitely want something slower.
Yeah, they do. They're not eating
Yeah.
fast stuff right now.
Definitely kind of went through some different moods today where spinnerbaits were the best bait to start out with, and that slowed, and we switched over to
I got one going here too. Oh, I dumped them.
minnow style baits. That is a beautiful river smallmouth. You can't even do anything with them this time
They're
of year.
just so
You just,
tough. It's incredible.
you just let them fight. Enjoy them doing their thing. Just digging, man. Looks like she's hooked pretty nice. Look at that beauty.
Unbelievable.
I'll tell you what, smallmouth bass, midsummer, go out there with a couple different options, spinnerbaits, flukes work really good. Key is something that you can fish in heavy cover, fish efficiently, move around a lot, and find where these big guys are living. Man, it's a beauty.
While subtle presentations can produce fish, we prefer fishing fast and aggressively with lures that open up the strike window. Must-have lures include spinnerbaits and noisy topwaters such as skitter props, X-Rap props, and X-Pops. Always carry a few minnow baits like X-Raps in the original floater Rapala, which can be fished on top or subsurface. Change is the norm when it comes to water levels and current flow, so be prepared to slow down if need be. Toss in a handful of skirted jigs with craw imitating trailers and plain jigs for rigging soft plastics like minnow imitators and grubs, and you're set. Live bait can be a surefire producer, and where it's legal, we enjoy catching our own bait. Just make sure to check state regulations before doing so. Shiners and chubs are easy to catch on small teardrop jigs or bare hooks dressed with a chunk of worm. Another good option is to set up a simple bait trap for a few hours. Grab a quick dozen minnows, drop them in a hole, and chances are it won't take long to get a hook up.
They are so strong. Oh, whoa. Woo! Dogging. This combo I got is so light. This is a sweet rod and reel for this deal. This is one of our Angling Edge series rods. This is just a 7-foot medium fast action, technique specific series with the XO reel. It's light as a feather. It's an awesome combo. And it's got a little slip sinker rig and a hook. Caught a few little minnows, and in tough situations like this, in a river, sometimes live bait can be dynamite. A lot of times the fish, when they're inactive, will sit in a hole. This spot right here is a big weed flat, and there's a hole under it. And you can just use a Fraybill minnow trap. We use a little jig to catch these suckers, but live bait at times can be dynamite. And it's so abundant in the river. Find a little school of bait, drop a little jig down, have a bait trap, put it in a little hole, come back 10 minutes later, it's full of shiners or red tails. It's great. It's awesome. I'm gonna try one more. Got him. My bait hit the water, I'm not kidding you. Ryan's thrown in there like 6 times with artificials. He hasn't got bit. I threw the bait in the water. The bait no more than hit the water, and this fish just boiled on it. It's so cool. Oh, and they're tough.
Let me know if there's another one with them.
And he's a singleton. Woo, he's a dogging away. Hello, Mr. Brown Bass. Man, that was cool. They can be so aggressive.
I'm getting a little jealous, Mr. Smith.
Yeah.
That was your last minnow?
That was my last minnow. We caught a quick dozen of them. Quick dozen, and I guess basically it equals about a dozen bass. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Come here, buddy. Oh, man. And he launched that bait so quick. Oh, is he tough. Come here. Whoa, whoa. Come here, buddy. Ooh, nice brown bass. Nice brown bass. Come here. Ooh, look at that. Boy, these are just chunky fish, and it's amazing the strength that river fish have. This is, man, I'm telling you what, this environment is so stimulating. There's so much to see. There's great wildlife. The fishing is awesome, and the fish bite so hard. River fishing, that's where it's at, baby. Fishing these little rivers is a dream. You never fight traffic. You can almost always beat the wind. And if the water's somewhat stable, the fish chew. Oh, did I mention the different species? Well, that depends on your neck of the woods. Oh, nice big muskie. Look at that sucker. See him? Right back there, about a 45-incher. These little rivers are littered across the Midwest, and all you gotta do is find them. The internet is a powerful tool in that way. And chances are your grandpa's got an old Johnny behind the barn. Dig it out, clean it up, and away you go. The only luxury tools we have on this boat are the Talon and the Maxim, and these babies are invaluable for efficiently fishing moving water. Got him. A handful of baits, and this after-work run is all within reach. These are the days most people dream of. Well, they can be reality.
He's a freight train. Wow, he just got like 2 feet, 2.5 feet. Unbelievable.
Amazing.
You know, in my business, I've been fortunate enough to meet and know on a personal basis many, many successful business people. Many of them in the industry that I serve, the sport fishing industry, tackle, marine, tourism. And many of them have been blessed with an opportunity to make a lot of money, and they have made a lot of money. Yesterday, I had an opportunity to fish with a guy that won a fishing trip with me because of, he didn't win a fishing trip. He actually gave to Make-A-Wish, and he contributed, and I was the prize for a day of fishing. Extremely successful in his business. I'm talking extremely successful. And like I said, I know many, many people that have made an awful lot of money. And the vast majority of them, in fact, I can't think of any that this wouldn't fit, are giving people. They care about people, they build their businesses on godly principles, and surely are not what you would call cheapskates by a long shot. And when I was thinking about that this morning, and a guy I fished with yesterday and many of these other people, scripture came to mind to me. It's in 1 Timothy 6, verse 17, 18, and 19. In my Bible, the first thing that says above it, instructions to the rich. Command those who are rich in this present age not to be haughty, nor to trust in uncertain riches, but in a living God, who gives us richly all things to enjoy. Let them do good, that they be rich in good works, ready to give, willing to share, storing up for themselves a good foundation for the time to come, that they may lay hold to an eternal life. Now, like I said, I know personally a lot of these people, and they give beyond your wildest expectations to many, many, many organizations. And the one neat thing about it, nobody tells them or forces them to give. They are not forced to give. They're doing it out of the goodness of their heart. And in many, many cases, very few people realize how much many of these people have given to their local communities, to society as a whole, to the world as a whole, for the people that are truly in need. I just needed to share that with you. They are not forced or made to give. They give with a willing heart. That's a God kind of giving. Hey, from all of us at The Edge, you have a good, safe fishing season. We'll see you on the water.